Guys, today we are jumping into the lush fields of Farming Simulator 25, and we're going to be exploring all the best steering wheel options to enhance your gameplay. You know, a quality steering wheel can really make all the difference when you're plowing, you're planting, you're harvesting in Farming Simulator 25. And there's a couple options you need to consider. Let's dive into this. Now, there's nothing wrong with using a controller or a keyboard if you're on PC, of course, to control all the aspects of Farming Simulator. However, a good steering wheel will provide extra precision, making it easier for you to maneuver your tractors and equipment around your farms. But the big thing, guys, is it really adds an extra level of immersion. That's the word I'm looking for. Immersion. It definitely adds that. So it'll make you feel like you're actually there. Now, when choosing a wheel for Farming Simulator, you have to also figure out, well, what are you going to be using this wheel for? Is it just Farming Simulator, or are you going to be using it for other titles, racing, trucking potentially? And there's one big option right off the bat that comes into play with that. Do you need force feedback? If you're just using it for Farming Simulator, well, maybe force feedback is something that you don't necessarily need, and you can actually save a little bit of money by doing so. If you're planning on using that for other games, you're probably going to want to try to get to a force feedback wheel just for that extra level of immersion. Now, you'll also want to take a look at pedal quality. That could be something that can sway you a little bit. Some wheels may only have a throttle and a brake, where other will have a 3-pedal setup. We'll have a clutch as well that you can engage. For Farming Simulator, something that's not required for other titles, that might be something you may want to consider. Of course, there are different varying degrees of build quality depending on which wheel you go with. Usually that is fairly evident with the price, but sometimes you might find, the diamond in the rough there. Compatibility, of course, is super important if you're looking at console. There's only a few options, of course, for all console players out there. However, if you're on PC, there is quite a gamut of options, so usually you're not going to have a problem there. But console players, be aware, of course, make sure you're getting the right one for whatever console you may have. And of course, lastly, we need to, of course, talk about price. Price is the biggest thing, the almighty dollar. What are you going to get for the price that you can afford? But before we dive directly into the different models, let's talk about another peripheral for Farming Simulator that maybe you didn't think you needed. Are you ready to upgrade your Farming Simulator experience? Well, with G-Portal game servers and Farming Simulator 25, it's time to take your farm to the next level. When you play Farming Simulator 25 on a G-Portal game server, your multiplayer farms will be available whenever you are. No longer waiting for the host to get online. If you're ready to farm, your G-Portal game server will have your tractor already warmed up and waiting for you. Whether you're planting, harvesting, or building the farm of your dreams, G-Portal game server is the ultimate multiplayer experience. No lag, no hassle. Just pure farming fun with your friends. With G-Portal's dedicated servers, you can host your own games effortlessly. Customize your servers to fit your needs, whether you're on Xbox, on PlayStation, or PC. All platforms can use G-Portal game servers, and all platforms can play together. Setting up your server has never been easier. In just a few clicks, you're going to be ready to go. Plus, G-Portal game servers support all your favorite mods. You can even expand your server to have 25 gigabytes of mod space, which will allow you to install any mod map and all the mods you could possibly think of, so you can expand your farming possibilities like never before. Team up, trade up, and build a legacy together. With G-Portal game servers, the fields are truly endless. Be sure to use the link down in the description today to get your 10% off your G-Portal game server and elevate your Farming Simulator 25 experience. Grab your friends and let's farm with the G-Portal game servers and Farming Simulator 25 like never before. First off, starting off, we're going to have the Logitech G920, G29, G923, the Logitech staple mid-range wheel. Well known for its durability and compatibility with both Xbox, PlayStation, and PS3, PS4, PS5. To be perfectly honest with you, this wheel goes quite a ways back. This wheel does come with a force feedback system. It does have a 900-degree rotation, a well-known build quality and design with a leather-wrapped wheel like we talked about a little bit before. It's a 3-pedal system, so you're getting that clutch and brake and gas pedal along with it. A compatibility, of course, like I said, for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, depending on which model you get, and is compatible with Logitech G Hub software. So if you're already in the Logitech system, this will just be added in along with it. Prices for the G920, G29, typically around the $250 mark at the time of recording. Next up, we have the Thrustmaster T248P and X, depending on, once again, PlayStation or Xbox. Both are compatible but with PC systems. Much like the Logitech system, this does come with a force feedback system. It is a hybrid system. It is adjustable force feedback through the included software. This wheel does include a built-in LED display, which will provide you some information and is somewhat customizable. The T248 also includes a 3-pedal system with adjustable pedals. And I should also mention the mount you see on the images we provided are from the SimTask line. So that's a separately sold item that adds to, well, the realism of the wheel itself. We do have a full review of the wheel. I'll put that up in the card in the top right-hand corner if you want to see a full review of the T248. The Thrustmaster T248 does retail currently for around $350. Next up, we have the Logitech Heavy Equipment Bundle, which was the original considered farming simulator wheel from SciTech. Now this is interesting because it only comes in a bundle. So you're getting the wheel, the pedals, as well as the side panel. We're going to ignore the side panel in this particular video. We're going to talk about that in another video. Now the Logitech Heavy Equipment Bundle wheel does not have force feedback. That is one of the big things with this wheel that makes it more of an entry-level wheel. However, one of the nice things about it is the fact it does have thumbsticks on it, so it can be utilized much like a controller. Also, like I said, the wheel does have a 900-degree turning radius. It does include a steering knob, and as well, it does come with a standard basic pedal system, a 2-pedal throttle, as well as brake pedal system. The Logitech Heavy Equipment Bundle does retail currently for $200. Like I said, that does include the side panel, however. Next up, we have a new competitor on the list, the Hori Farming Vehicle Control Unit. This is a direct competitor to the Logitech Heavy Equipment Bundle, but once again, this is a bundle. You're getting the wheel, the pedals, as well as the side joystick control panel. We're just going to be talking about the wheel itself again. Now, this wheel is very similar to the Logitech wheel. It's a center sprung wheel, no force feedback. You once again do get the 2 thumbsticks so you can control your character in and out of the equipment with those thumbsticks. This wheel, however, is a 13.4-inch wheel, so it's extra big. You once again get the steering knob, and one little addition to this wheel, guys, you're getting a turn indicator stalk on this that is multi-directional, so you can assign that to control, well, your beacons, your lights, as well as your turn indicators with the little stalk just off to the side, which is kind of a nice little addition. Of course, we've done a whole review on that once again, so if you want to see that, make sure you click the card up in the top right-hand corner. Current price for the Hori Vehicle Control System is, once again, $400, and that is for the whole thing, once again, wheel, pedals, as well as the side panel. Now, sticking with the Hori brand, let's go up a level and look at the Hori Truck Control System, which could be utilized in Farming Simulator if you wanted to go up one level. Now this one here, once again, is a bundle. You're getting the wheel, the pedals, as well as you're getting a shifter with control panel, designed more for American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Sim. Well, now for the wheel itself, though, it does come with force feedback, of course. This time, this is a wheel with 1800 degrees of rotation, so it's double of all the other wheels we've had on the list at this point in time. It is a 15.8-inch wheel this time, which is quite a bit larger than anything else as well. It is almost a lifelike size wheel. You're getting a row of customizable buttons across the wheel, as well as the 2 thumbsticks, which we've spoken about earlier. And you're also getting 2 turn indicator stalks or customizable stalks that are off the back of the wheel that can be used for a multitude of different options on this particular wheel. Now, the price point on this is $600 at time of recording, so a little bit more expensive than anything else we've kind of looked at so far. So that's really it for the main portion of this. If you really want to push the limits and you want to utilize your wheel for other racing titles, for example, well, it'll go as far as your pocketbook will. So if you're looking for a wheel that you can utilize for sim racing as well as farm sim, well, you're most likely looking for something with what's called a direct drive wheel, a direct drive force feedback wheel. These are from manufacturers from Mazda, Fanatec, Logitech, of course, Thrustmaster. They all have wheels in that lineup that are probably overkill to be utilized just in Farming Simulator. But if you have the money to do it and you're looking to get into the sim racing side of racing, I guess, maybe double check all those and see if there's something that, well, fits both your budget, of course, and your needs. So that's going to wrap up our video on the wheels available for Farming Simulator 25. Like I said, you've got quite a few options out there, and it feels like we finally have a new bunch of players that have focused in on the Farming Simulator genre as far as, well, console wheels, side panels, that kind of thing. We're going to talk more about that. If you guys want to learn more about the side panels, make sure you check the video on the card. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. This is Klutch, over and out.